Wow, good day out there and good to be here this hour on your regular protocol on ASO Radio Morning Breakfast Show. Welcome to the show. I am Dr. Long Life because I want you to live long, young, and strong. Dr. James Komolafe, the CEO of Saba Resources Intervention Hub, which situates in Fatima Plaza, Zone 2, Abuja, Nigeria, where we handle all kinds of psychosocial issues ranging from the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that we can preserve posterity, lifestyle, wholeness, and productivity. On this episode today, it's a special one, which I will want you to share with your friends, share with neighbors, anyone you love across the globe. It is dangerous loopholes in your lifestyle. What are they? How do I identify them? And what do I do to work out of those loopholes in my lifestyle? On very many occasions, those loopholes don't show on the face, on the surface. They are embedded within. Penultimate Saturday, I had the privilege to take an online class on mental health for participants across the world, several countries. And you know my discovery, while we taught and tested and treated spot on, we discovered that even people, candidates or participants who appear to be good and great, exploding on the surface, had one or two loopholes. And that is the nature of behavioral health challenges. That is the nature of mental health issues. On very many occasions, you could look nice and fitting physically on the surface, but inside there are the drains, there are the gaps, the loopholes that we often will not even consider. So what are loopholes? As the word is, loopholes. Those are the various holes in your lifestyle loops. So you may want to ask, doctor, so what are the loops? Life is a flow. Where you keep your critical connection, every part of your being inside out works as a flow. Your eyes are connected to your brain connected to your heart, your feelings, your body, and your emotion. That is why the issue of wellness, health, productivity is no longer when you are down physically, you say, I'm sick. You have to keep that flow in harmony within yourself, inside out. So when you have some certain holes in your loop, and you are beginning to discover that you are missing out on your critical connection, your brain is not connecting with your hand, or your brain is not connecting with your heart, things are beginning to go haywire the way you never budgeted it. It's loopholes. Loopholes, you are looking at the critical connection, and you are looking at what flows in between those connections. In your arteries and in your veins, blood flows there to give you life, to supply you oxygen. So when you do things that will make the flow of your blood to begin to go abnormal, it can throw you off balance into hypertension. So that is why a little introduction that would destabilize your personal balance can cause crisis in your health and in your wellness. And before you know it, you are down. You are emotionally disturbed. Things are not the way it should be. You could be smiling and even laughing on the outside. But you know what? Something is going wrong on the inside. 3 issues come to mind when you talk about loopholes. Behavioral loopholes, lifestyle loopholes. We're looking at your lifelines. We're looking at your loopholes, and we're looking at your lifespan. Lifelines are what take your energy on a daily basis. You know, as you take in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide. In the same manner, you build energies with which to work, to think, to reason, to do various things. And as you build energy, you also burn energy. So what takes your energy per day tells us your lifelines. Your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, even your physical health, they all matter a whole lot. So those are your lifelines. What is your life flowing towards? In terms of relationship, in terms of responsibility, they are all lifelines. And where you have loopholes, what happens? It will drain your energy so frequently, so quickly. You are 30 looking 60 on the surface. You soon grow the white ears. You call it wisdom. I call it evidence of stress and pressure. Although there are few cases where people, by the reason of heredity, family, biohistory, they grow the white hair so quick. But that's not all of the time. When you harbor loopholes in your own lifestyle, it will drain your energy before too long. And before you know it, you begin to come down in various things. And that is why so many things are wrong without any discovery of what exactly it is. You keep running all kinds of diagnoses to no avail, simply because there are loopholes not captured by some of those instruments. Now, look at this analogy. Where you have a large, vast vase of water, like a GP tank, we'll call it, no matter how big the size. Sir, ma, once there are holes, it doesn't even matter how tiny or wide. As big as the GP tank is, once you introduce loopholes into it, what happens to the content inside? Over time, you will find nothing in there. Why? Drainages, leakages will happen. And that's why people, on very many occasions, they don't pay attention. Some even live in denial. They say, no, I'm just okay. God is helping me. Good. Good talk. Good affirmation. But please, you need to do the needful. You want to live young, fresh, vibrant, and be very productive. Please do the needful. Don't entertain drainages in your own lifestyle. Be in charge. When you are not in charge, then you will be charged. Life scenario will put you to task. So it's time to package and manage without the damages. Don't cause crisis into your life. Don't introduce some dimensions you know you would be waiting on the other side to go and cure. Prevention is better than to cure. So please don't entertain drainages in any area of your life. Okay, Dr. Long Life, where do I cure? That introduces us to the types of loopholes. Loopholes are not good for you. They drain your energy. Besides praying, please play your own role. So what are the types of loopholes? We have spiritual loopholes. When you cause some certain crisis in your spiritual health, where your relationship with your fellow human beings are not okay. You know, we're spirit beings, and we will relate with the spirit God. I'm sounding like a preacher here. So you say, when you create gaps, then anything can come in between, and you are down. You are fucked up. Health begins with your spiritual life. So when your spiritual relationship is down, I tell you what, the spiritual controls the physical, the mental, the emotional, and every other area. So please don't allow for loopholes. Mend fences with your maker and with your neighbors. Don't keep people at arm's length. Those are toxins that will create loopholes in your lifestyle. Don't just say, I don't give a damn. Those are heavy languages that will impact on your lifestyle, and over time it can affect your lifespan. Lifespan is the span of your life. How long you live is no longer a prayer agenda only. And you say, well, I'm praying and I'm fasting, God will keep me. You also have a role to play. God will have to keep you. Please play your own role. Don't leave gaps in your spiritual health. It matters a whole lot. Then how about your mental health? The spiritual health talks about the energy you exude in your heart, how you build it and how you burn it, how you take it in and how you give it out. Do your normal spiritual protocols and remain strong, because you will need strength on a daily basis. How about your mental health? Mental health is not about sickness or madness or one depravity or the other. You need to service that and to be in charge. The way you assimilate, what you allow to filter through your mind, what you watch, what you talk, what you listen to, they all sink down into your mind, into your memory. What do you keep in there? It matters a whole lot. You keep garbages there, then you throw out garbages. So on a very vital note, please take care of your mental life. Don't allow for loopholes. Know for sure that loopholes create leakages. Can I say it again? Once it is called loopholes, it's going to create some certain holes in that loop, current and connection. I told you. And before you know it, whatever good things you have begins to drain. And once you suffer drainage, you are weak. You are not yourself. You live off your own definition and begin to go on self-violation. Can you imagine a situation where you want to sleep and you climb your bed and pray and say, God should protect you, but you leave your outside gate? You leave all your door open while praying for protection. So please fix your role. Mental loophole, block them. Things that could corrupt your mind, avoid them. Be sane, be neat, and be nice upstairs. Very vital. How about emotional loopholes? You say emotional loopholes impact on your emotional health. The relationship between your heart and your mind as you interact with others, as you interface, discussing issues, people, idea, they all matter. So that as you create those critical interventions, you are saying it right, you are doing it right. Ensure that you don't leave gaps. Clear every unclear effect. Make yourself explicit. Be simple, be neat, be nice, be cute, be calculated. Let people know what you stand for as an individual. All this add up to how well you live and how long you live. So very vital, your relationship, service it well. Don't violate the rule of the game. Every relationship you enter or responsibility you perform has a rule of the game. When you follow it, then you are good to go. When you follow it, then everything will work nice. But in a situation where you just call it a bluff and say, I'm not perfect, and you begin to hide behind your imperfection, then you know you are creating loopholes. You are creating loopholes. So please avoid loopholes in your emotional reality. In your relationship with people, avoid the loopholes. And then how about physical loopholes? These are the day people go to bed with empty tummy. They just take slight things because they don't want to be too fat and all of that. And then they keep burning energies that they did not build. Even their reserve comes down. And before you know it, they are weak. They go to the clinic, they go to the hospital to take all of the drugs, which are good. But at the end of the day, they are still weak. When you don't do the needful and you subject your body to too much pressure, it's going to affect you internally and externally. So those are consequences where you allow for loophole. You go on fatigue lane, unexplained dimensions of pain. You suddenly discover that your pains are your bones are paining you. You have back pain and all kinds of pain, as if you were beaten black and blue in your dream. You call it witchcraft attack. That it depress you through the night. Well, I don't know too much about that, but what I am explaining is that when you don't take charge, then so many things will go the wrong order. So the consequences are so many. You see diagnosis without the accurate result. Why? They are behavioral in nature. You have allowed for too many loopholes which stethoscope cannot dictate and all of that. And then you see treatment without result. You keep patronizing the hospital and all kinds of help, and yet you don't find a result. So what do? As I wind up today, please speak up and out. I, Dr. Longlife, is out to diagnose you and to see what is wrong immediately so that you can embrace the initial solution. Don't wave it aside. Don't live in self-denial and say, well, it came and it will go. The way it came, it will go. It can remain there and cause some certain level of devastation in your life, in your health, in your productivity. Anything that affects your lifestyle will affect your health, will affect your output and your outcome at the same time. So why not do the needful? Get in touch now. Pick up your phone and call. Don't wave it aside. Don't assume. Neither must you presume. There's no duplicate to life. So correct it now. Let's identify the loopholes that are akin to you and block them now. The little you have gathered, don't spend it on just treatment and treatment. You could have the best of the professional, including me. But please, all we're advocating is that you have to take charge so that you will not be charged. Life does not forgive. You do it well, you get the right answer. What are the loopholes beclouding you? You know about them? Great. Handle them immediately. Seek for professional advice. Don't just do anything and take drugs without recommendation. Don't just do anything. And do you even know there are some certain exercises you can do that will help you, and there are some others that you can do that will harm you? That's where you need a therapist. Pick up your number now and call Dr. Longlife. Send me a WhatsApp message as well on my phone, 080-35-999-220. Thank you so very much. I hope you pick a lesson today about loopholes in your lifestyle and how that they will affect your lifespan eventually. Block it now. Death is no longer an accident in various cases. People die in trenches and by installment, by that which they allow and by that which they permit. That will not be your portion. Thank you so very much and see you next time. Bye-bye.